Hi everybody, sorry it's been a while since I've actually done one of these. There's been a lot going on. I am now post op 8 weeks. We've had OT out to have a look at the house. Unfortunately that didn't quite work out with how it's open. There's nothing they can actually do to adapt to this property. So I've waited 7 weeks to have somebody to come out and have a look, only to be told that there's nothing that can be done to the property itself. So we can either stay here until I get my new legs, or we can look at moving to a bigger property that can be adapted. So with regards to OT, if you are going to go into hospital for surgery where you are going to need help after you come out, then my suggestion is to try and get onto OT as soon as you have the operation, or get a family member to do that. DLA, Disability Living Allowance. If you are applying to have that re-looked at, or you're applying for the first time, again, get the forms sent out to you before you go in for the operation. And if you are not up to filling them in yourself, then get somebody the day you have the operation to fill those forms in and get them sent off. We've just had a reply from the Disability Living Allowance team. It took them 3 weeks to send out the forms, and they've now told us it's going to take at least 11 weeks before they'll reassess to see whether or not I'm entitled to a higher rate care component, because at the moment I'm on lower rate. With regards to mobility in a car, we've been through a lot of conflicting things to do with that. We were told that there wasn't anything they could do, so I have been housebound now for a couple of, on and off for about a month. We were then told that if we got quotes, we would be entitled to a grant to have the car adapted at one of their specialist garages, which I did. We were then told that that was incorrect, and that we actually have to reapply from scratch for an already adapted vehicle from them, which again is going to be months of waiting, months of being stuck in the house other than going to hospital. So again, get this sorted out before you go into hospital would be my advice. Went to the limb centre, everything's going well there. I haven't had any shortening of muscles, which is good, which is something that can happen. A hip has still got full rotation, which is brilliant. Other good news was that I've lost enough weight so that I can get a decent pair of prosthetics, and I'll go for the fittings for those next week from the first fittings. There'll then be another fitting after that, and then obviously I've got to wait for the legs to be made. In the meantime, I'm still waiting for a physio appointment, so I haven't actually started any physio as such other than the Pilates I'm doing at home. They're thinking around about possibly 20 sessions at physio before I'm going to be allowed to bring the legs home to wear them, even just for a little bit. So we could be looking at October time, maybe late October, before I can even wear the prosthetics, just to do something as simple as getting out of the wheelchair, using a walking aid to transfer into another chair, for example. So that was a bit disappointing. I was hoping that things would move a lot quicker with that, but that unfortunately hasn't happened. With regard to work, I'm still hoping to get back to work in September, albeit now it will be in the wheelchair and it will be with the stump boards on, because I've been advised that I have to leave the stump boards on now until the prosthetics are ready and I can wear them full time. We had a lovely gift from somebody of free tickets to Legoland, which was absolutely fantastic. I was all worried about that. Now I've just got to work out, because I can't use the car, how to get down there so we can use them. So we're busy working on that one between mobility and other various people, organisations that we're trying to get involved to help us out with that. With regards to the limb centre, the actual hospital itself, the Royal, surgeon's had a look at the wounds now, and he's perfectly happy. I've been released from the surgeon's care, and as I told him at the time not to take any offence by this, but I hope I never see him again. So now I have Juzos. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what they look like, and then I'll let you have a look at the scars and see how they're healing. And we'll talk about care that I have to do now as well. So I'll just show you what the Juzos look like. The only way to describe them really is they do kind of look like Nora Batty socks. so they're not very flattering, I'm afraid. Excuse me, I'm trying to do this on my own here, which is not easy. So that's the Juzos. As you can see, that's, again, like I said, they look like the Nora Batty socks. And I'll just take those apart, and then you can see scars. So that's what the Juzo actually looks like. Yeah, it's elasticated. They're actually called stump shrinkers. And once the compression bandages come off, you'll find that you'll be given one of these to help reduce the swelling in the end of the stump, to stop any pressure that could build up. So I'm going to show you the leg with the scars that has had the opening. It's dressed, so there's nothing horrible to see, so don't worry about it. So there, that looks like, as you can see, that's where the wound was opening. So that's how iodine on and that. But that's looking pretty neat. So that's not bad care-wise, because obviously there was a lot of dead skin from not being touched for 3 weeks with the compression bandages. So a lot of care has to be done with a cream. So every night I have to make sure that the Juzos come off at bedtime, stump shrinkers, and I have to use a nice day care cream. I tend to use cocoa butter, seems to work very well. Every night I use that, and I massage it into the stumps just to stop the skin from degrading and stop it from drying out, which could cause issues with other things such as leg ulcers or sore spots or anything like that. So that's the update at the minute. I am actually, as I said, back at the Freemans next week, and I actually go to see a practitioner, which I think is to do with the physio next week as well. So once I've actually been there, I shall come back on and let you know how everything went. If possible, I will try and take a camera into the hospital so that you can see for yourselves with the fittings and with the nurse practitioner as well what's involved. But until then, everybody stay safe, and I hope you find this information useful. Thanks. Bye.